Hello everyone. Now we will discuss the next topic, that is the sectional views. Now what is actually the sectional views? If I talk about the orthographic projection and sectional view, I can say that this is the sectional orthographic projection. Means it is the advanced or the extended version of orthographic projection. Now why it is required and why we are going to study this? If you remember, in orthographic projection this type of object was given and we draw the front view and top view of object, and for any complex object a number of hidden edges, hidden structures were coming. Now to make all those hidden edges visible, when the internal shape is not clear, when a number of hidden lines are overlapping, then we go for the sectional views. So let's discuss about this. Now first is, what is sectioning? Sectioning actually is a process when we cut and remove any part of object from a particular point using a imaginary section plane. And what is the sectional orthographic projection? When we draw the front view, top view, side view of that object which is sectioned to show the internal shape, that is known as sectional orthographic projections. Now why we do sectioning? What is the need of sectioning? It is required to clarify the views for internal shape and size. It also gives the detail of material of object. I will explain both the things separately. Then it make the view more simple to understand by removing the hidden edges. For example, this object is given and this is the front view and top view of the given object without sectioning. Means from this side, if I say you have these hidden edges for this internal edge and these circle as the hidden edge because of this, because you are watching from this side. Same in the top view, for this circle a number of hidden edges are there. Now in this side I can say the internal shape is not clear. It might be a converging hole, a diverging hole, or a step diameter. So just to show the internal shape more clearly, what we do, we apply the sectioning. Now what is sectioning? I have told you we have to cut. This is just an imagination. We have to cut the object from a particular point using a imaginary section plane. Let's say this is the section plane or cutting plane. When you cut from a particular point, then we have to remove this part. Now the internal shape is very much clear. This is the part where the blade has made contact. Now what will be the changes in the orthographic projection? All the hidden lines will be now the object line because it is visible now. And we do the hatching. I will discuss about hatching also. Means we have to show where the blade has made contact. Why I am not doing hatching here? Because that was a groove, a cavity was there, blade has not made contact over there. So this is the sectional front view and this is the normal top view. Now in the front view we can give the dimension to each and every part separately. Now what are the types of cutting planes? The imaginary section plane. These are of three types: vertical plane, horizontal plane and inclined plane. It is just simple with the name. Vertical means when we cut the object vertically, when we cut the object horizontally, and when we cut the object inclined. Now we will see, object is given, you cut the object from here with this section plane, and this section plane is known as cutting plane, or it is known as section plane, and these lines are known as hatch line or section lines, and this is an imaginary cutting plane. Now when you see from the top view, you can see a cutting line in place of this plane. Means when you see from the top, you can see a line for this plane only. I will show it in the next coming slide. What is a cutting plane line or section line? Let's say this is an object and we have to show the front view, top view like this, but we want to draw the sectional views. You have to cut the object like this. Now for this section plane, this is actually our offset sectioning, but this zigzag section plane is there, and in the top view what you can see for this plane, this line only which I am highlighting. Now how to represent this line in the top view? Like this, right? And this is known as section line. What is the meaning of, what is the need of this section line? It is telling you the position from where we are cutting the object. As this is not the modified object, we are not modifying the object. Object is the main complete part, but to show the internal shape we are imagining this thing, we are cutting and showing the internal shape, but we have to show from where we are cutting, from which position the section plane is passing to show the internal shape. Removed and observers stand on this side, and you modify the front view to show the internal shape. Now, how to draw the section lines? We have discussed about these lines. These are the first one is the locus line, second is the hidden edge, right? But when we have to draw the section line, it will have this shape, one long, one short, just like the center line. Same 6 mm, 1 mm gap, 3 mm, 1 mm gap, 6 mm, 1 mm gap, continuous series, but only the outermost edge is dark, outermost edge is thick. This is known as section line. So whenever we have to draw the section line like this with these two arrows, and these arrows are representing the viewing direction, means from which side you are taking the front view, or we can say the sectional front view. So you have to draw this line. Now what is hatching? This is a very important point. What is hatching? Hatching is the process of highlighting the area where the blade has made the physical contact with the object. When you cut the object where the blade is touching the object, I have told you those inclined lines, that is the hatching. Now what is the hatch line and hatch pattern? I have told you this is known as hatching when you highlight this area, because blade has made contact in this area and this area, not here because this was the empty space, cavity is there. Now these lines, the inclined lines, all these lines are known as hatch lines, and the pattern made by this, all these lines, that is known as hatch pattern. We have various hatch patterns, and these hatch patterns show or identify or recognize a particular material. Now for hatch line, for the different materials, like this is for cast iron, steel, concrete, sand and wood. Now whenever we have to design an object, whenever we have to manufacture an object, we have to show, we have to say about the material of object. I have told you in designing field we are not allowed to write theory with the drawings. We have to represent everything with the symbols, with the notations, with the lines. So let's say for example, whenever we have to design a laptop, we cannot say all the part of laptop will be made up of same material. For example, an exhaust fan should be of lightweight so that it should rotate with high RPM to exhaust the heat. Now for that purpose we cannot take the fan with the same material, so it must be like a compressed fiber or any lightweight material with more durability. So when we design a laptop, we have to identify or we have to mention the shape of every object with design. Same, we have to mention the material of every object. Now how we write the material? We are not allowed to write the theory, so we write them in the form of these symbols. We section a part of object and we show this is the material symbol, and every engineer is knowing to that material symbol. In designing there are more than 100 of material symbols, but in our syllabus we will go for the standard, this metallic symbol only. I'll tell you in detail for this. These are few more symbols for hatch patterns. All these are the hatch patterns, and the lines which are making the hatch pattern, they are known as hatch lines. Now we will go for the next. Whenever we have to draw the hatch lines or hatch pattern, there are few rules you have to understand. First, all hatch lines should be drawn at 45 degree to the base. Then it must be at a gap of 2 to 5 mm constant. Uniform gap should be there. If you have taken 2 mm, throughout 2 mm, 5 mm, then throughout 5 mm. For smaller object you can take 2 mm, for bigger object you can take more than 2 mm. All lines should be parallel to each other. They should have the same darkness as that of object line. Line should never be parallel or perpendicular to the object lines. I will explain each and every point separately with examples. If the outline of object is already at 45 degree, as we know we have to make the hatch lines at 45 and the outer object is already at 45, then this rule is there, we should not draw it parallel to that edge. So what to do in that case? We can take the angle 30 or 60 in those cases only. Now I want to discuss about the rules of sectioning also. This is also important. First, never do sectioning of web, wedge or rib. Whenever a rib is there, do not make the section or hatching of that. I will discuss it in numericals. What is web, wedge or rib and why we are not doing the hatching of that. Never draw any line inside the hatch pattern, not the extension line, not the dimension line, not the center line, not the hidden line. Not any line should come inside the hatch pattern. If any line is coming, you should omit or you should erase that. Whenever the assemblies of parts are there, then you have to show the different surfaces at different angles of section line. In half sectioning, we have to erase all the hidden lines in second half part of the object. I will discuss in detail when we solve the question of half sectioning. Now you can see with these example what are the incorrect and correct way. In the first, it is absolutely having 45-degree constant gap, everything as per the rules, but in second it is not having 45, so this is incorrect. In third, it is correct because we have taken the angle 60-degree. Why? Because its outer surface was having 45 angle. You can see the fourth diagram, this is having outer 45, so that is why we are not making parallel to that, and we prefer to take 60-degree. We draw the hatch lines like this. We see one more example of rule. In this, we are taking the hatch lines in different direction. Why? Because in this assembly, if I take in the same direction, it is not following one rule that inside the hatch pattern there should not be any line. If it is a single object, it should not come like this in the same, and if it is the assembled one, it should have the two different directions. So this is wrong and this is correct. Try to understand, match it with the previous rules which I have given you. Now we will see few section line practice. I have told you section line 2 to 5 mm gap. Let's say a smaller object is there and a bigger object is there. For smaller you can take 2 mm gap, for bigger you can take 5 mm gap. Now we few common mistakes are there. First, in this, the lines are too messy. The space in between, that is very less, so this is wrong. In this, the gap is more than 5 mm, the lines are too much apart, so this is wrong. And in third, lines are not having constant gap. If you have taken 2 mm, then constant 2, and 5 mm, then constant 5. Here the lines are not parallel to each other, so avoid all these mistakes while doing the hatching. Now what about the hidden lines? Whenever a hidden line is coming inside the hatch pattern, we should omit that. What was this rule? Now let's say this is our object and it is having a groove, circular one, and then a straight groove is there, behind our edge is there, and this edge is there. So what will be the front view of this? This internal hidden lines for this part, and hidden line for this and this edge, 3 hidden lines, one for this, second for this, and third for this. When you do sectioning of this object, you cut the object, it is passing from this side, so top view is telling you the position from where I have cut the object. Now in the front view, we remove this part, the blade is making contact in this area only, so we will do the hatching in this part only and this part only. No contact here, so no hatching over there. First we convert the hidden line into object line, because these edges which were not visible, now they are visible, the shape of internal circular groove also. But even then, for this surface, this back surface and this surface, they are having the hidden lines, because still lines are not visible. So I have told you, we have done the hatching here, but inside the hatch pattern, 1 hidden line and 2 hidden lines are coming. So what we do? We omit that. It is not required. We assume that when we have done the hatching, when we have done the sectioning, all the internal shapes is clear, so we avoid the hidden lines in the sectioned object. Now we will see the next part, that is the types of sectioning. We have various types of sectioning. Mainly the most commonly used, these are the full sectioning, half sectioning, offset sectioning, revolved and removed sectioning. In our syllabus we have only full, half and offset, so we will go in detail for these only. So let's see the full sectioning. What is full sectioning? When we cut the object using a straight cutting section plane, means the section plane is not having any bend and we are trying to remove 50% of the object. Let's say this is the object given, this is the normal front view and top view of the object. Now when we cut the object from this side, you remove this part. What will happen when you remove that part? The hidden lines will be now the object line, and you have the hatch lines in this way. Now you can see from this side as front view, the hidden lines are now the visible line and the hatching area is there. This is known as full sectioning, because we are cutting the object with the plain section plane without any bend, and we are removing the 50% of the object. This example will clear more about the full sectioning. The complete object was like this. We want to show the internal shape. We use a section plane with exactly vertical position and no bend. So this is the removed part. We have removed 50% and it is known as full sectioning. One more example for the same. This is the complete part without sectioning. This is the front view and top view. When you cut, it will look like this. We are cutting from this side, removed part, and the front view will have now this shape with the hidden edges as the object line and section line with the hatch line. Now in this, if I want to teach you the mistake, what is the mistake here? Can you find out the mistake in this diagram? The mistake is why we are making this hidden line. So if you draw this type of hidden line, this is wrong because it is coming inside the hatch pattern. So avoid this thing. It should not be there in the sectioned object. Now see this diagram. This was the normal object without sectioning. So you can see this top view and this front view with all the hidden edges. Let's say we cut the object from this part. In the top view, I'm showing the section point, section position. After sectioning, all the hidden lines will be now the object line. You have to make them like this because it will be visible now. Then we have to do the hatching only on that area where the blade has made contact. Now in this hatching, this line was there, we have to omit that line also. So this is the view for full sectioning for this type of object. After cutting, you have to imagine this. In exam they will not give you this. You have to imagine like after cutting it will look like this, and all the internal shape you have to show. In actual, we are making the front view of this object, not this one. Now in this question you can tell me this is the object and this is the top view, so which one is the front view? There are 4 options, A, B, C, D. So you can tell me which one is the answer of sectioned front view. You can do this practice. The answer is B. Just try to check why I'm saying B, why not A, C, D. This it is for your practice. Now this is the front view of an object. You can do this practice also. Direction is given for front view. I have drawn the sectioned object also. Just try to make the front view without taking the help of my diagram. Then try to see, have you done this? So this is the front view where the blade is making contact. Identify and do the hatching. We will see now the half sectioning. What is half sectioning? Half sectioning is that when we cut an object with 190-degree section plane, we are removing the 25% of the object. We are removing the 1/2 part of the object, maybe the left part or maybe the right part. You can see in this object we are not cutting it fully, means not removing 50%. We are removing this part. Do not get confused in full and half word. Full doesn't mean 100% removal. If you remove 100% full, then there will be no object left, right? So full means 50%, half means 25%. Now when you remove this part with this type of section plane, 190-degree bend, and you are watching from this side, I will show it with more clarity. In this way you can see here we are cutting the object like this. This part is removed now. You can see all the changes, all the hatching, everything in half of the object only. Now what is the thing you have to remember here? Whenever we do half sectioning, the other half part should not have any hidden line. For example, we are cutting the object in this way only, right? Still the other half will have the hidden line for this hole and this internal shape. So whenever we do half sectioning, we erase all the hidden lines which are coming in the second part of object. And in the top view you have to draw the section line like this, wherever it is coming from left or right side, 190-degree bend, same section line, outermost edge is dark. Now what is the half sectional view? We take one more example. We are cutting the object like this. After cutting, now we are removing the left part. Now you can see the internal shape in half of the object. What we do, this is the front view, top view without sectioning, normal front view, top view. Try to see what the changes I have done. I have made the center line, done the hatching in this part because hidden line will become object, but the other half should not have any hidden line. We will see one more example. You can say front view without sectional object, half sectioning, right half sectioning, this one. Now what is the mistake here? Other half should not have any hidden line and this hatch pattern should not have any hidden line. So you have to erase them whenever we do the half sectioning. So this will be the solution. Now same you can see in this way, object is given, this is the top view, front view, we have to remove half part. You should erase all the hidden lines and it will become center line for the edge. So remember these examples. So this is the front view of this object only. Now we will come for the third type, that is the offset sectioning. What is offset sectioning? When we have to cut an object using a zigzag type section plane. Why we use this? We use this when the object is unsymmetry. I want to tell you, we prefer the full sectioning when the object is symmetrical. We cut it from the mid. What is half sectioning? When the object is having one or few unsymmetric things, then we prefer the half sectioning. And what is offset sectioning? When the object is totally unsymmetry, we cannot apply full and half. In that case, we use the offset sectioning. From wherever we want to cut, we want to show the object, we can bend the sheet from there, the section plane. I'll tell you with more example. Let's say this object is given. If I cut it from the full, means if I use full section plane, this will remain hidden and this will still remain hidden, so I cannot go for full sectioning. If I use the half sectioning, if I cut left part of the object, then this will remain hidden. If I cut right part, this whole will remain hidden. So what is the solution in that case? This was the front view and top view without sectioning. Now we use this type of sectional plane having more than 190-degree bend. Half sectioning was having 190-degree bend, offset is having more than 190-degree bend. We cut the object like this. Now you can see a number of parts are in the sectioning and we can show the internal shape very much clearly. All the hidden lines become object line and we do the hatching and following all the rules of sectioning as well as hatching. Now this is the same object, you can see same for offset sectioning. This will be the change. For this object, this will be the change. I have collected only these for your practice only. These diagrams will help you in comparison of full sectioning, half sectioning and without sectioning. So this is the object, front view, top view of without sectioned object. When we cut it fully, removing this part, this will be the front view and top view. And when the object is there, we are cutting half sectioning, removing this part, this will be the front view and top view. Just try to compare, try to understand the comparison in these diagrams, and your full sectioning, half sectioning and without sectioning will be more clear. Now we will learn the same sectioning with the help of few diagrams in animation. Let's say these are the 3D objects given and very complex objects are there. So in front view and top view, in normal orthography, a number of hidden lines are coming and these lines are overlapping. So orthography is not sufficient to explain the internal view. So what we do, we will go for sectional views, means we are cutting the object with imaginary section plane. Now you can see all the hidden features, all the hidden shapes are clear. Now this is known as sectioning, means when we cut an object from a particular point using a imaginary section plane. Now we will place the object here. This is our imagination and we will project the front view and top view with hatching. Now I'll tell you what is hatching. Hatching is the process of highlighting the area where blade make contact. Now you can see blade is not making contact on that circular part because there was no material. So you can see here where the blade has made contact only in the hatched area. This is known as hatching. Now the type of section plane, first is vertical section plane when it is perpendicular to HP, horizontal section plane parallel to HP, inclined section plane inclined to HP, making an angle with HP. Now according to these planes, what are the different views? Horizontal means when we cut the object horizontally, then it is known as horizontal sectioning. When we cut the object in vertical direction using vertical section plane, then it is known as vertical sectioning. Perpendicular to HP plane is. Now inclined means when we cut the object inclined to the HP, then it is known as inclined sectioning, or we say it oblique sectioning also. Now how we represent the line? Let's say this object is there and we are cutting the object using a inclined section plane. Now for this plane, what you see, you can see only a line. Actually the purpose of this line is to just show you the point or the position from where we are cutting the object. The shape of section line is different. I am just telling you how we represent. In any of the view, either in front view or in top view, this section line will come just to tell you the position of section plane. Now you can see when I cut it horizontally, the size of object is get reduced, but even the internal structure is not clear, so we cannot go for horizontal sectioning. So what should we prefer for this? We should go for vertical sectioning so that its internal shape will be more clear. I'll tell you. So just to see that, it will be better if I cut it vertically. Now the internal shape is more clear in front view. Inclined sectioning is done when the object is having a very complex shape which is not possible to be shown in VP or HP. Then we need oblique planes. That is not our part of discussion. So in that case only we use oblique sectioning. Now as per the type of sectioning, we have three: full sectioning, half sectioning and offset sectioning. Some other types are also there, but we will discuss these only. Full sectioning means when we cut the object fully with a horizontal, vertical or inclined section plane, but we are using one plane without any bend and we are removing 50%. Now half sectioning means we are cutting the object with 90-degree bend section plane and we are removing 25% of the object, like this you can see. It is being used when the object is symmetric and we have no need to cut it in the other half of the part. So in that case we can prefer the half sectioning. So this is the object, you can see very easily, symmetric in 4 directions. Now offset sectioning means when object is totally unsymmetric and we cannot apply full or half sectioning, then we cut it zigzag shape. Means a plane like this structure having more than 190-degree bend. Wherever it is required, we bend the section plane just to get the internal shape. So in short, you can say this is a full, half and offset sectioning.